Welcome along to Forever United TV, everybody, and welcome to the watch-along for Manchester United's game against Athletic Bilbao. Over in Bilbao, leg one of two legs of this semi-final in the Europa League in Manchester United's crucial stage of the season. By that we mean that this is a winner-takes-all, really, for Manchester United and their players. The players have to stand up, they have to be counted. Manchester United right now have a season-defining game against Bilbao, and that, I think, is how you can best describe this game. We've done all of the build-up. We've talked about every different permutation and situation, every player that could play for Manchester United, and we're going to start with that because the team has dropped. The team is in for Manchester United, and I'm going to be completely brutally honest with you right now. I'm a little bit disappointed. In fact, you all know why I am disappointed. I don't get it. I don't get it, Ruben. I really don't. This is a guy that's leaving, that you're having to let go because nobody would ever pay any money for him. And he's starting in the biggest game of Manchester United's season that could define the whole summer, that could define your career as a manager. And Victor Lindelof is starting. We've got a player that Jose bought and a player that Ollie bought at the centre of our defence. How has it come to this? What is wrong with this football club? How can we not rid ourselves? There is going to be a point in this game where we've probably got Lindelof, Maguire and Luke Shaw all on the pitch. I feel like I've lost the game already. Honestly, that's how bad this man playing makes me feel. Look, obviously, I'll turn it around and I'll be all right and I'll be a little bit more upbeat and I'll try and be confident going forward. But this is the effect that this man has on me as a Man United fan, because I'm not kidded by any of this bullshit, garbage experience factor. Experience of what? Victor Lindelof's got experience of failure. That's all he has got. He is crap, weak, slow, everything that half of the lit isn't. I would rather start Aiden Heaven ahead of Victor Lindelof. I'd rather start a half-fit Matthias de Ligt ahead of Lindelof. I cannot believe this man is starting in the biggest game of the season. I really can't. I'll come to the comments on this straight away, actually, because when you look at it, I put it out on Twitter earlier on, and I said, at biggest game of the season, and Lindelof starts. And someone's first response to me on there was, the Iceman's got experience. Good decision. What a load of bollocks. I just said it then. Experience of what? That, I think, is complete and utter garbage because he hasn't won anything. He has been shite his whole Man United career. And I cannot believe he's still... Honestly, we just cannot get rid of him. He's clinging on for dear life. He just literally won't let us go until that final whistle blows against Aston Villa. He's just not letting us go. And it's embarrassing for the football club, to be honest. And I don't know what Ruben's thinking is. I understand that he has got situations to deal with here, but has he not seen Lindelof play? I don't get it. I really don't get it. You can argue all you want with the experience factor in this, but for me, no, not at all. Not at all. And I just look at it and I say, I think this could be a problem for Manchester United. I really do. Look, please convince me wrong, Victor. Please convince me that Manchester United are going to win this game with you in the team and you're going to have an absolute whale there. Please, just do it. Make me look like an absolute idiot. I'm confident that he won't. And that's how I feel about it anyway. Honestly, if he makes a mistake tonight, Ruben is going to get so much shit, and I don't want him to. I don't want him to. Like, honestly, these managers just won't learn. They all play him, don't they? They all play them. It's baffling. It really is. And yeah, right. Let's get some quick let. Right. Okay. Let's get into some comments on this one and let's get talking about this game. Right, in terms of the structure tonight as well, everybody. Watch along, yes. The link is right in the description and in the live chat right now. Jump across. We're going to be doing it. We're going to be on YouTube here for a long while yet. So later on, we're going to be jumping across to the watch along as well. So that's to come. Right now, we're building up to the game and I just want your thoughts on this. So this is going to be a full-on debate with me. I've said my piece on the game, the importance of it. There's nothing much more to say. The only thing that we're really talking talking about right now is how we see this setting out. The first question I want to ask, and obviously we've got a poll running up right now, are you happy with the starting 11, Reds? And the early signs are 68% of you no, 32% of you yes. I mean, there are going to be people that are happy with that Lindelof's in the side. They think the experience factor is there. Maybe because Ruben's played against him, he actually thinks that this is the right move. Adam, all this does is bring back the question, is Ruben the right manager for us? Ranko says, didn't saw the starting lineup when I hit yes in the poll, wanting to be positive. Can I change that? Lindelof, yeah, I know, it's the word, isn't it? It's that word that's sending shivers down every Man United fan's spine right now. Victor Lindelof starts for Manchester United. I keep saying it, in the biggest game of Man United's season. I mean, there are options, aren't there? When you look at the bench for Manchester United, for instance, the bench for United is strong. You've got Beinder, Heaton, Amas, De Ligt, Fredriksson, Shaw, Kamasan, Eriksson, Mainu, Ahmad, Mount, Mantato. Right, okay, so let's go through our options there. He's not risked Aiden Heaven. That's quite clear. Not quite ready yet anyway. But looking at that there, what have we got? We've got De Ligt and we've got Fredriksson. We've got Luke Shaw. And what else we got there? Yeah, so they're your options. Oh, no, actually, because you've got a mass there as well. So these are the options that I would put ahead of Victor Lindelof taking any part in this game. I would have Mazraoui back in the back three with Yoro and Maguire. He plays better there. He's got him at right wing back, obviously, right now. But I play Dargo at right wing back and I play Amas at left wing back ahead of Lindelof starting. I would play Fredriksson ahead of Lindelof starting. I would play De Ligt, who's half fit, ahead of Lindelof starting this game. I would play any other option available than starting Victor Lindelof in this game. That's my opinion on it. It's a disgrace that he's even in the starting lineup tonight for me. And don't get me wrong, this is not on Victor. This is the club and where I'm saying it's a disgrace. And it just goes to show, anybody who doesn't think that what was done before and what Manchester United's new structure is up against wasn't completely all the previous regime's fault. Anybody who thinks that there is something that's going on with Ineos right now and what they're dealing with, just look at this and look what was done before and why Manchester United are where we are right now. How many managers down the line are we from when Lindelof started? You had Ole, you had Carrick, you had Ranić, you had Ten Hag. You've now got Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ruben Amorim. You nearly, like Lindelof's nearly seen off. He's seen off half a dozen managers. That's what he's played under at Manchester United. I still cannot believe this, honestly. Fast forward to the end of this season so I can see the back of him. Honestly, I just... man, don't get wound up, Adam. Don't get wound up. The game's got to come yet. I've got to try and keep my wits about me for that. My God. Anyway, let's get into some more comments, everybody. Your time. Go for it. Lay into me. Tell me I'm wrong. Garner Bruno Højlund is just as bad up top as Linders at the back. We're gonna have 7 at the back. Linders will be all right. Carl, I'm sorry, mate. You're completely, utterly wrong with that one, buddy. I'm going to have to shoot you down, mate. Lindelof starting, and you're saying that Bruno's a bigger problem than Lindelof. Well, you didn't. You said Garnacho and Højlund. But I know you're aiming at Bruno. Højlund and Garnacho are issues. I haven't got to worry about Bruno Fernandes. I would play 10 of him tonight, if we could, ahead of any other different setup right now. We need players that are brave in this game tonight. And I'm sorry, Lindelof doesn't belong in this team. He really doesn't. No shivers down my spine. Think you're overreacting. Again, fair enough. I'm here for everybody to shoot at. I am. It's not an overreaction, no. He's shit. I'm going to lay it out, honestly. If you think that this is an overreaction to somebody who has seen off half a dozen managers, who is nowhere near Manchester United starting lineup for the last 4 years, who has completely proven the point of poor recruitment every single season he's played for Manchester United, never been able to consistently hold a place down, costing Manchester United 120 grand a week wages year after year after year, while doing nothing. If you think that that's an overreaction that he's starting in the biggest game of the season tonight, then I'm sorry, I have to disagree. I really do. Lindelof starting every game like he's undroppable. He's getting the full Rashford privilege package. Next thing, you know, he's signing a 6-year extension and doing interviews about the trusting the process. We're going to get torn to shreds with that back three. It's very slow, isn't it? Look, don't get me wrong. It would have been slow with De Ligt there. I'm not saying that Lindelof is slower than De Ligt. I think Lindelof's probably quicker than De Ligt, to be honest. But the problem I've got with Lindelof is he's weak as piss. And I think he gets bullied. You're not going to get that with De Ligt there. De Ligt's a leader. He really is. That's what we're missing tonight. And I think he weakens the other players around him. I really do. I think he makes. I think he make Yoro look worse. I mean, the last time he played, what happened? Man United conceded 4 with him next to Yoro. That's the last time Lindelof played for Manchester United. There's no proof that he belongs in the starting lineup. There really isn't. I'd rather have Casemiro playing at the back. That I think is more sensible than having Lindelof. Honestly, I understand injuries and everything like that, but I mean, I just baffled by it. There's better options there. There really is. Don't worry, mate. Don't listen to them and enjoy the match. The worst that can happen is we lose, but I think we will do okay off the back of last week. I hope you're right, Greg. I do, mate. Like I said, I think United can get a draw out of this. Do you know what, with the Lindelof thing? Maybe I'm going in a bit hard. Maybe I'm going a little bit over the top. You could argue that point. I get it. You're never going to convince me that I am not. But you're never going to convince me that I am, sorry. But I think it's more that with Manchester United the way we are, and how important this moment is in Manchester United's history, I look at it in such a massive game. How have we got Jose Mourinho signing, actually playing for Manchester United under Ruben Amorim? Oh, I mean, you could stretch to Ole and all these transfers, but Jose players, I mean, good God, this is why United are where we are, because we've never been able to let go, and we've accepted mediocrity and average players. We've never been able to pull the plug or make that decision. That's what this shouts out to me, more than what Lindelof's qualities are, which is none. And it may sound like I've got a real bee in my bonnet about him. I have. I'm not going to deny it. But I think the whole emotion of me tonight is it's such a massive game, and we've got someone like that starting for us. And this just shows how awful Manchester United have been run. It really does. It boils my piss. And yeah, he's going to take it. He's going to take the full wrath of my reactions to that. I hope he has a good game. Honestly, I do. I hope he has a stormer. And I'm here to be proved wrong. It's just this season when I've called out a player, I've never really been wrong. He has always turned out to be shit. And right now, he's actually. I'm looking at Lindelof stood in front of Andre Onana, and I'm bricking it. I'm bricking it for that reason. And come on, you can't disagree. You were nervous. Now you're seeing Lindelof and Onana in the same side. Oh, God. Thank God De Ligt's back, and at least we've got him for that second leg. That's all I'm going to say. The full team, by the way, running across the bottom of your screen, just to keep you fully updated. Right, Manchester United, in goal, we've got Andre Onana. The back three, as we've just said there, is Lenny Yoro, Harry Maguire, and Victor Lindelof. Then you've got Mazraoui at right wing-back, Dorgu at left wing-back. I think Amorim's gone uber defensive on this one. He's gone Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte in the holding position in midfield. Double pivot with extra security, which leaves one creative player in the whole team, which is Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno Fernandes has to do the work of everybody in terms of the creation factor for Manchester United now. You've got Garnacho, who's clinging on for form, and Højlund, who's clinging on for form. I'm not confident. I'm not confident in the team. I'm confident that we've got something off the bench that can help Manchester United tonight. It's like Ahmad. Maybe you could bring De Ligt on to show things up later on. I think that's where Manchester United's advantage is tonight. I think we've got a stronger squad. And that's something that I can hold on to. Maybe, who else have we got there to come on off the bench? Like Mainoo's on the bench, for God's sake. Like, I didn't see that coming. Like, Kobbie Mainoo is a real force there off the bench. So on the bench, you've got Mount, Ahmad, I'd say Ericsson. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, Mount, Ahmad, Mainu, Ericsson. They're the 4 players that could really change the game for United. So we've got creative options at least on the bench. Defensively, we've got cover there in Luke Shaw and Mateus de Ligt to come in, and then a bit of youth there in Mantato as well, and Kamasin as another wing-back option alongside Amas from the other side. So we've got plenty of wide options there. We've got plenty of central creative options there in Manchester United's attack as well. I think it is just stay in the game, play defensively, stay in shape, and don't concede any chances. Don't expect United to have much of the ball, and maybe try and hit them on the counter. I think that's what Manchester United's game plan is. Try and stay in this for as long as we possibly can, and then let's see if we can nick something late on in the game. That, I think, is what Manchester United's game plan is there with that lineup, especially with the double pivot of Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte. I think that is definitely this. I think that's definitely the sign of protect that back line. And playing Lindelof there probably tells us that he's not fully confident himself in the fact that he's got a double midfield pivot in front of him in the defensive side of things with Casemiro and Ugarte. So yeah, how we change it, I think it's quite obvious. I think the first changes will be, you may see one of the double pivots sacrificed and someone else come on up front if we really need to chase the game. If it's quite steady and we're still in the game and it's tight, maybe Garnacho comes off for Ahmad. Maybe Bruno drops into the hole, Ugarte comes off for Mason Mount. Something like that may happen, I think. That's how we change the game. And then last case, or worst case scenario, is probably Ericsson making an appearance. But then again, you could have Mainu coming on. So I would say your first substitute's Mainu, then Mount, then Ahmad. And that changes things up for Manchester United. You've got Shaw there to come on, who is fit, obviously, playing the amount of minutes he did against Bournemouth. So he could come on easily for the likes of Lindelof. Obviously, you've got Mazraoui, who could drop back into the back 3 there and substitute on Mantato or Kamasin as an option on the right-hand side for United as well. And obviously, De Ligt and Fredriksson. I don't think we'll need to use Fredriksson. And I don't think we'll need to use De Ligt unless he wants to bring someone on with experience if the game is tight late on. I don't think he'll risk him otherwise. I think we can see most of that bench starting against Brentford at weekend. And luckily for us, Brentford are playing tonight, so both teams would have had a double game week and they might actually be tired. So maybe we get lucky on that side of things as well, in the fact that Brentford have also played a Premier League game tonight while we're in Europe, whereas normally we'd be the ones knackered because we've played and they've not. Isaac with a super chat, thank you, buddy. As long as Amas doesn't score, I'm happy. Rasmus, is that supposed to say? I think it was Rasmus. Doesn't score, I'm happy. Why doesn't? I'm not sure about that one, actually. Let's get into the information on this, actually. Bear with me a second. Let's get Bilbao's team up. We'll have a good read through this one as well. Right, so Bilbao's, let's see what they've got. The Williams, Izaki Williams and Nico Williams, either side of Burunga and Sanidi up front. Obviously, that's where Sunset would have been playing, where number 7, Alex Baruga, was playing tonight. And yeah, not much change. Like we've got there, you've got Vivian at the back. He's a decent player. I mean, to be honest, I don't know too much of Bilbao individually, player-wise, but they have got one of the best, if not the best, La Liga defence in Spain. So you know they're going to be a tough nut to crack. They haven't lost a home game since August. They've got a 100% record in home games in the Europa League. I'm surprised that Unai Simon is on the bench tonight. I've not watched enough of him to know if that's been a normal thing or not. But yeah, that's just caught me off guard a little bit there, because Simon is a quality goalkeeper. Spain number 1 as well, so that's an interesting one. But yeah, that's how Manchester United line up, and there is plenty of threat from Bilbao's side as well. We're going to have to be fully fully aware and have our wits well and truly about us tonight to get through this. It's going to be a scary, scary night. They've got Maguire in as the centre-back with Yoro right and Lindelof left. Dorgu and Lindelof to handle Izaki Williams, it looks like at the moment, going off this. But you could easily see Nico Williams sneaking over to the right-hand side as well. Dorgu and Lindelof as a partnership on that left-hand side for Manchester United scares the hell out of me. Honestly, that there is my biggest concern. Like up front, obviously we've got our problems. We know about them. But we have been able to hold out and stay in games. If this defence fails, this strike force isn't bailing us out. That's the worry that we've got. So our one strength has been our defence. And this just weakens it. It weakens it considerably for me. And that is the biggest concern out of everything. You should do a poll. How many mess-ups Onana will make tonight leading to goals? Hopefully none. Hopefully none. And I hope that Lindelof doesn't either. I've slagged them off and I've gone in and I'm saying where they should and shouldn't be. Not anywhere near Man United's side is what I say. But still, I don't want them to play bad. I'm all in Man United getting through this tie. I don't want to be talking after the game later on tonight. By the way, approximately 10 o'clock, we will be doing a live reaction to this game as well. So make sure that you are tuned in for that as well. Don't forget also, the link is in the live chat right now on our watch along. We jump across to big up for the watch along part of this show because we can get people on the show as well. And if you want to come on and have a say, that's why we do it over there on Big Up. There are things we can do there that we just cannot here on YouTube as well. By the way, obviously news today, separate to this game, obviously. Enzo Canabiak will soon sign documents to join Manchester United, after which United will announce his transfer. The official announcement of Enzo Canabiak, the young French striker, is almost complete. He's been at Carrington today, he's passed his medicals, and the official announcement will come very soon. Manchester United's first signing of the summer, even though we're not in the summer yet. So yeah, that just on top of everything else that has been going on today for everyone to get into. But get into the chat for me, everybody. I want your comments. I don't get how people can hope Erasmus doesn't score and effectively it means Man United a goal down. Are you actually a United fan? It's okay not liking him, but hoping he don't score. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. We want everybody to do well, and then they can go in the summer. Get us into the Champions League by winning the Europa League, and then see you later, sling your hook. That's how I see it anyway. Ryan says, Adam, I think Ruben is spot on with Mazza at right wing back. Amas or Dorgu would get cooked against Nico Williams. Yeah, I get that. I really do. But I'm more concerned about the other side. I honestly, like, you could have easily put Mazraoui at right centre back and played Dorgu with his pace on right wing back and played a mass against the weaker Williams brother on the left hand side. He could have been a coming of age. Honestly, I get it. I get what you're saying. Mazraoui is a great defender, but effectively we've lost a forward now because we're playing a defence-minded right back in a right wing position when it's so important on the creation factor for Manchester United in a Ruben Amorim system that the right wing back does actually get up and down. This is what I think. First half, rock solid. Give nothing away. Absolutely nothing. This is going to be a low block, in shape, no nonsense, basics performance early doors. Stay in the game and then introduce the players that are necessary to change it maybe late on. Like I said, your Mounts, your Mainus, your Amads, these types of players. Ericsson, even worst case scenario, can come on later on and actually make an impact in this game. I think this is what it's going to be. The Chuckle Brothers are back. I've seen these tweets coming up now. Oh, good God. Maguire and Lindelof back together again. We just... 4 weeks. 4 weeks. That's all we got to wait. 4 weeks. And you're all right. You're clear. You get the all clear. Oh, my God. The Chuckle Brothers are back in town. Oh, to you. Anyway, let's get some more comments in. Highland, 4 goals in 38 matches for a £70 million striker is a horrific return. He now has the same number of goal involvements as Man City goalkeeper Edison. Out. Yeah, in the summer he can go. We can't go now, though, so let's just get behind him tonight and hope that he can actually score a goal. That's what I would say. To 2-1 to United. Lindelof man of the match. Just trolling you, Adam. It's all right. I hope you're right. Kelladin, please be right, mate. Honestly, of all of the hate that I've got in me and frustrations, and I'll gladly say it's hate. I'm not going to try and hide behind how I feel. I'm going to be completely honest, as I always am. I still want them to win. I still want them to get the game done and make me look like an absolute tit. I've said this all along. Prove me wrong. You know, I'm just not afraid to say it. But you're all thinking it, and you're all shitting yourselves about it as well. I know you are. And to be honest, we're all bricking it anyway, won't we, going into tonight, even with a full strength side, because Bilbao are decent. They really are a decent team, and we have got such a hard task in front of us tonight. Just stay in it, get the draw, sneak a win, even if it's 2-1. I was listening to all the journalists, actually. I mean, Paul Hurst from The Times was just talking to Dan Kahn from Sky Sports before it came up. And he was saying, like, give us a score prediction for the end of the game, fully expecting him to say maybe United get a draw or a win. And he said 2-1 to Bilbao. Like, a lot of the experts are thinking that this is a Bilbao win. That everybody knows in that part of the world, in Bilbao, that they are formidable. Absolutely formidable. And that 53,000-seater stadium there that they've got, so that will be a cauldron of noise that some Manchester United players are just going to have to are going to have to deal with. I've been there in Spain. I was there when Man United went over to Seville a couple of seasons ago under Erik ten Hag with 2-2 draw in the bag, still in the tie, and it just got completely taken away from them within the first 30 minutes of the game. That cannot happen tonight, or United will capitulate. And good God, the season. From that point on then, I don't know where we go. I don't know what we do. I fear for Ruben Amorim if the season ends that way. Look, we can go out. We can lose to Bilbao, even by competing. I'm under no illusion as to what's in front of us right now. None whatsoever. But there's ways you go out. There's ways that you lose. I just hope it's not that Seville Man United from a couple of years ago. A little bit later on in the competition, that was the quarter-final, obviously. But that night, that proved to me that Manchester United were light years away in terms of the mentality and culture of a football team that was necessary to cope with the expectation level of Manchester United. And this is what I think tonight is. It could be the making of so many players tonight, this game. It really could. We've been talking about Garnacho and Højlund not performing all season. And then tonight they turn up. Bang. Away you go. That could be the catalyst for them then to move forward on the biggest stage. That's what we're all hoping. I know that's what we're all hoping anyway. But yes, don't forget tonight, everybody, we have got match. Well, it's match night, of course it is. But of course, Match Bingo, our match day sponsors of all Manchester United match days are on board. The QR code is right there, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, everybody, and is in the description as well. Match Bingo, our match day partners, are brilliant, bringing the bingo hall to the football pitch. 15 match events from throw-ins to corners to goals. All you have to do is match them up. The cards are picked for you as soon as you buy them. £2 a card. If you download the app and actually put on £5, you get another £10 to bet. So download the app using the QR code or the link in the description. That's my code here on Forever United TV. Then transfer £5. You'll get another £10 thrown in, and it's only £2 a card. It's just like going to a bingo hall and ticking off the numbers, except you tick off the match events. Throw-ins, corners, goals. Plenty of goals for United. Hopefully, please, tonight. Thanks again to Match Bingo on that one. I asked the question earlier on in the warm-up show. Who is the player to look out for? Now the team is out. Now we can see who's playing for Manchester United. Talk to me, everybody. Who is that one player that needs to stand out from that starting lineup tonight? And now, obviously, Lindelof could creep into this because he hasn't played much. And he could be found wanting tonight, big time. Who is it? Who is your player? Onana, Garnacho, straight away, straight out. Dorgu, says Miles. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. Hello, Lord, in the chat as well. Hello, all of the new members and members from the last few days as well that have just joined us. All the mods in as well. Plenty of mods in. Don't forget, everybody, that link in the live chat is for everybody to jump across to the to the watch along part of this show. We are going to jump across to the big up platform for the watch along, simply because we can just do a little bit more there. We can get up a few more graphics and do a lot more on the live show, and we can get people calling in giving their opinions. I've got a feeling it's going to be a hotline tonight, so that's the link there, completely free, of course. Just jump across and come and watch the game with us. Even if you've got it on in the background, you can jump on at half time and have a say. That's where we're at. Right, okay, we've got a poll running right now, which is tonight's result. Man United win, a lose, or a draw. 45% have gone very, very red-tinted, and Manchester United somehow get the win. The lose is 24%. The draw, 31%. Interesting. Very interesting. I am not as confident as what looks like the majority. 75% of you, 76% of you don't think United are going to lose tonight. That's quite a lot. That's quite substantial, isn't it? It really is. So yeah, I'm not too sure actually on that one. But hey, look. Hopefully, Man United prove all of you people in the poll right. The Honest Tigers in the house. Most all our goalkeepers got to be ready. Casemiro is past it, but hopefully his European experience will come and clutch again. Let's see, Garnacho and Lindelof have to have great games. Adam's on the calling. Let's say we're all drinking, says London. I think there'll be a few bevies gone down tonight, especially in Bilbao. I've seen some pictures there of it, and yeah, I think it is. I think it is going to be one of. I'm hoping that the United fans get to celebrate. And don't forget, Man United are actually staying over in Bilbao, so that, I think, is something significant as well. And most of that bench and some of that squad that isn't in the matchday lineup there are going to be playing against Brentford, we have been told, as well. So that, I think, is what it's all about. I think we're looking at possibly seeing some changes come in later on in the second half, but don't expect much. Don't expect much is what I'm saying. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that lineup tonight. Just to go over it again, if you have just joined us, Andre Onana in goal, Yoro, Maguire and Lindelof as the back three, Dorgu and Mazraoui at right wing back and left wing back, Casemiro and Agate in a double pivot, very defensive, with Bruno Garnacho supporting Rasmus Højlund up front. My only concern with that lineup is the creation factor. Don't expect Man United to get many chances. You've only got Bruno Fernandes who can do anything up there, and that's the biggest concern. And that is going to be a worry going into the game. And I think that's, like I just said, where the change is coming in the second half. Shut up shop, deal with Bilbao, stay in the game, get a feel for it, and then see what you can do later on. I think that's got to be the plan. Andrew is in the chat, but basically the whole team needs to stand out none of those Premier League results. Pap says Garnacho might put in a horrible performance trying to emulate Yamal. Yeah, Adam, you just have to manifest and hope for a good result. Lindelof is crap. Let it slide, dude, and let's back these overpaid, underperforming players till the end. This is what it's all about. Yeah, you could say that. I think you nailed it there. Ruben explains why he has put Manuel Agate and Casemiro in at the starting 11. Agate, we played in the last game against Lyon and they combined quite well in midfield. We want a bit of stability in the moments in this game. In this game, they are a team that want to press really high, so we put a team that can cope with that. He's basically playing Bilbao's strengths there. He's counteracting their lineup rather than going with his own, I think. And do you know what? I don't really blame him. The record stands out above any other, amongst any of the best in Europe right now at home, Bilbao. So yes, that's where we're at. By the way, the link right now in the chat is the one that's going to take you straight across to the Big Up Watch Along. It's time to move across now, everybody. We're going to just switch it across, so please do. It's completely free, of course. Come along, have your say as well. We've got call-ins while the game is actually on. If you want to have your say, get across to Big Up now. Things we can do on there we just can't do on YouTube. So that's section 1, part 1 of the watch along is done here on YouTube. We'll leave it on running for a little bit while people jump across to the Big Up platform. But for now, that is it, everybody. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody, for your input. I'll see you all over on Big Up in just a moment's time, everybody. Cheers, people. See you soon.